Killer whales are highly intelligent, extremely powerful, and they hunt in packs. A lethal combination that makes them the most formidable predators on the planet. Using state-of-the-art photography and computer images modelled on real footage, this film reveals extraordinary new insights into the lives of these majestic ocean hunters. Up to 7 meters long and 6 tons in weight, killer whales are capable of extreme violence. But they can also display great gentleness. This is Shamu, star of the SeaWorld Aquarium in San Diego, California. The whale show here puts the trainers in exactly the same situation as a killer whale's prey. No other large predator would tolerate such a close encounter, and we know these animals can be deadly. There could hardly be a greater contrast between the hunters of the wild and SeaWorld's gentle star. So, which is the real killer whale? Do they have a Jekyll and Hyde personality? Or are some killer whales more violent than others? To discover their true nature, we will need to piece together the results of several scientific studies. And to do that, we will need to span the globe, because next to humans, killer whales are the most widespread mammals on Earth. Our journey begins in the southern Indian Ocean, in the Crozet Islands, 2,000 miles southeast of Cape Town. The islands are sustained by rich Antarctic waters and have become a wildlife paradise. They're home to a population of killer whales who have developed a taste for birds. The seawater here is crystal clear, making Crozet one of the best places on Earth to observe killer whales. Killer whales live in small social groups. These ones have been studied closely for many years. Scientists know each and every individual by name. This 4-year-old calf is called Junior. Even at his tender age, young killer whales join their elders on hunting expeditions. They're encouraged to watch and learn. There's a close bond between mothers and their offspring. This matriline forms the core of killer whale society. It's a caring society, but not to its prey, king penguins. There are plenty of penguins here, but these are fast, agile swimmers and not easy to catch in the open sea. So the whales patrol the shallow waters, looking for opportunities. These are large birds, weighing 13 kilos. A good meal for a killer whale. At times like this, the safest place is out of the water. But killer whales are smart. They can keep an eye out for the birds by spy hopping. Sooner or later, the penguins will have to go back in the water. The whales are waiting for them. The hunt is on. By adding computer images to the live action, we can recreate the whale's strategy. In deeper water, the penguins can twist and turn as they like. So the whales use a surprising tactic. They allow the penguins to head for shore towards the safety of the beach. It's a gamble. If the penguins get ashore, the whales will go hungry. The shallow water reduces the penguins' room for maneuver. Backwash slows them down just as a killer whale is powering in for the kill. The whales have targeted the penguins at precisely the moment when the birds are at their most vulnerable. Hunting penguins in the shallows is a huge risk, because this is where the whales too are at their most vulnerable. The slightest mistake could leave the whale stranded to face a slow, painful death. Hunting in the surf doesn't come naturally to killer whales. It's a skill they must learn. This mother is teaching her daughter, Delphine, the technique. First, she pushes her onto the beach. Then she helps her refloat. Each lesson gives the youngster a little more confidence. By the time Delphine grows up, she will have mastered the skill and will be able to catch her own prey in the surf zone. The pickings are good for those who learn to hunt in the surf. In human societies, we have a word for behavior like this, passed from one individual to another. We call it culture. It seems that culture also plays a major part in killer whale life. Young whales must be taught not only how to hunt penguins, but how to eat them. The trick is to squeeze the body out of its feathery envelope. All that remains is an empty penguin wrapper. For killer whales, every feeding opportunity is also a challenge that requires skill, intelligence, and often cooperation. What is clear is that these animals are very adaptable. Sometimes the whales have to cope with special conditions like the surf. At other times, it's the behavior of their prey that presents the greatest challenge. This is Norway, 8,000 miles to the north on the Arctic Circle. There are no penguins in these waters, so the resident killer whales have an altogether different diet. This is the breeding season for large shoals of herring, which migrate from the North Atlantic into the Norwegian fjords. The herring boats are waiting, and so are the killer whales. It's not much of a contest for a big, fast killer whale to catch a small herring. But for a 6-ton whale, a single herring is like a mere cocktail shrimp to us. Good food, but it takes a lot to fill you up. There is a way to make the whole exercise worthwhile. Bulk fishing. That requires a technique altogether different from the Crozet penguin hunters. Here, the key to hunting success is cooperation. Again, by adding computer images to the live action, we can see how it works. Working as a team, the whales surround their quarry. As they circle, they roll over, flashing their white bellies to scare the fish. The herring bunch together for protection. The whale's strategy is to force the herring upwards, trapping them against the water surface. As they rise, the herring release air bubbles to adjust their buoyancy. Amongst the blizzard of bubbles, the sound of killer whale calls. Somewhere down below, the pod is working the herring shoal, rounding them up, pushing them to the surface. This technique is called carousel feeding. Now, with the herring surrounded and tightly bunched together, the whales are ready to make their next move. Massive tail slaps stun the fish. There will be plenty to go round. This elegant feeding ballet is set to the whale's own music, but these sounds are full of meaning too. Scientists can distinguish over 20 different calls within this pod's repertoire. Communication is the key cultural feature of these whales. They chatter frequently to each other.